Start with the figure on the old star charts. Not a fish and not a wave. A man holding a jar, pouring. The story has him carried up out of his own life to pour for everyone, permanently, at a height. He is not cold up there. He is very far from the table. Every book gives this placement the same word, detached. Some say cold. The word is doing a lot of work and almost none of it is accurate. Something is happening in there. It is simply not happening where anyone can see it. The moon first, on its own. It is the thermostat behind a personality. What has to happen before the system settles again, and how long that takes. It is not the interesting part of a chart. It is the part that decides whether the interesting parts get used. In Aquarius, the requirement is room. Not solitude exactly, and not freedom in the slogan sense. Room. Enough distance from a feeling to look at it before deciding what it is. Take that distance away, and this placement stops functioning entirely. Picture a grid with no fences on it. Every point connected to every other. Current moving freely. Nothing walled off and nothing owned. That is how this placement holds people. Everyone admitted, everyone reachable, and not one gate you can close behind yourself. Which sets up the thing nobody expects. The placement filed under unfeeling is running the loudest interior in the room, and it is running it alone, at altitude, with the sound turned off. Why that happens is the third chapter. Aquarius is fixed air. Air stands back and looks. Fixed holds the position. Together, they make a vantage point that does not move. The same elevated angle on everything, including on you, including in the middle of something happening to you. So the method is conversion. A feeling arrives, and before it can register as a feeling, it is turned into a question. What is this? Where did it start? Is it proportionate? The analysis is instant. The feeling waits its turn. And it does get its turn. 3 days later, in a car, over something unrelated. This is the part that confuses everyone, including the person concerned. The reaction was never missing. It was cued. Treated as a fault, this is miserable. Treated as an instrument, it is genuinely rare. The ability to stay level inside something and describe it accurately while it is still happening, most people cannot do that at all, and this placement does it by default. Like any instrument, it starts crude. Early on, the distance is not chosen. It is the only setting available. That version reads as flat, and it cost this placement people in its 20s who were never told there was anything underneath. The refined version keeps the altitude and adds a way down. Same instrument, now with a switch on it. That is the whole arc of this placement, and it takes about 2 decades, which nobody mentions in the entry on it. Here is why the interior is so loud. Nothing gets discharged. Every feeling that arrived got converted into an idea about the feeling, and ideas do not drain, they stack. 20 years of that is not emptiness. It is a very full, very quiet building. So under pressure, it reaches for the general. Someone is upset in front of it, and out comes the framework. Why this happens, what it means, how people usually work. All of it true, none of it what was being asked for. And when the pressure rises further, it leaves. Not loudly, it goes intellectual, then polite, then genuinely absent while still sitting there. The exit is so smooth that the other person often cannot say when it happened, only that the room emptied. There is pride in it too, and it is worth naming. Needing nobody is treated here as an achievement rather than a symptom. That belief holds up beautifully for about 15 years, and then stops holding up at all. The grid has a cost. Connected to everyone, fenced off from no one, and therefore claimed by nobody. This placement is often the most widely liked person in a group, and the one with the fewest people who would notice if it went quiet for a month. The correction is small and horrible. Say the ordinary thing without the analysis attached. Not what it means, what it is. 4 words, unfiled, out loud, to somebody standing in front of you. What draws people in is the quality of attention. It is not warm attention, it is accurate attention. It takes you seriously as a case, sees the shape of you fast, and does not moralize about any of it. That is rarer than warmth, and often mistaken for it. And what it is drawn to, reliably, is someone unlike anybody in the room. Distance is not only how it protects itself, it is also how it chooses. Familiarity reads as fog here. Difference reads as oxygen. The difficulty arrives later, in the ordinary part. Being known daily at close range by someone who has stopped being novel. It can be reached by anyone and arrived at by almost nobody, and that is not an accident of lack. Set it against the moon in Leo, it's opposite. That one needs warmth returned from a direction it can name. This one needs the exact opposite arrangement, space, and the confidence that space will not be read as leaving. Same axis, opposite dosage. Put it in an argument and it climbs. No raised voice, no slam door. It simply relocates to somewhere near the ceiling and starts discussing the argument rather than having it with impressive fairness. The fairness is real. It is also a way of not being in the room. A partner who wants this to work has an unglamorous job. Do not chase it down when it goes up, and do not let it stay up there indefinitely either. Wait, then ask one direct question. It will answer a direct question. It will evade a general one forever. There is one thing this placement will not do, and careers have ended on it. It will not pretend a bad system is fine in order to keep a seat in it. Asked to, it goes quiet, and the quiet is not agreement. It is a decision being made. The reason is structural. This placement does not primarily see people at work, it sees the arrangement they are standing in, who the rules protect, what the process actually optimizes for. It notices these things immediately and finds them very hard to unnotice, which makes it a difficult employee and an unusually accurate one. It will tell a room something true and unwelcome in a completely level voice, and be genuinely surprised when the problem afterwards is not the accuracy, but the level voice. The work it goes looking for has a particular shape. A problem nobody has solved yet, enough autonomy to approach it sideways, and no requirement to perform enthusiasm on a schedule. Give it those three, and it will outwork people who care more. The trap is the opposite arrangement, a role that is mostly attendance, meetings that could have been decisions, warmth that has to be displayed, a system it can see through and is expected to praise. It does not rebel there. It slowly goes somewhere else while remaining employed. The mature version learns one unfair skill, saying the accurate thing in a way the room can survive hearing, not softening the content, timing it, and putting a person in front of it. That single adjustment is the difference between being right and being used. So the work is not warming up. Every attempt to make this placement warmer produces a worse version of it. The work is a switch. Keep the altitude, build a way down, and learn which situations require the descent. The descent is smaller than it sounds. Chapter 3 named it, the ordinary statement delivered before the framework is, I am upset, I missed you, that was unfair, unfiled, unqualified, and said while it is still true. The second piece is fencing a small part of the grid. Not everyone gets the same access. 2 or 3 people get a gate that opens differently, and the rest of the network keeps running exactly as it did. This feels like a betrayal of the principle. It is the principle growing up. Grown into, this is who people bring the thing they are ashamed of. Not because it is kind about it, because it does not flinch and will not explain what it means unless asked. That is not detachment. Almost nobody can do it. The Apollo crews left seismometers behind. When something struck the moon afterwards, the readings did not spike and stop. The whole body rang and kept ringing for the better part of an hour. Cold, airless, silent, and it holds a note longer than anything here does. And in Aquarius, there is a ring of gas around a dying star, one of the nearest previews of what our own sun will eventually do. This sign has always been the one looking at the thing the rest of us would rather not examine yet. It is not coldness, it is early.